College, I think fits very well with the values that we hold dear at this school. Wiliam James ranks among the very foremost intellectuals in the entire academic history of our country. He was simultaneously the recognized leader not only of psychology but of philosophy during a period that spanned probably 25 years or more. He's the most inspiring and thoughtful and insightful of our psychologists when it comes in particular to an exploration of the inner workings of the mind. He determined that we didn't ever experience the world in the kind of atomistic way that other psychologists were talking about. In fact, what he said is that our fundamental experience is much, much richer than that. He was adamant that we fail to create an adequate psychology to the degree that we limit the possible ways that we can know, the possible ways that we can inquire about human understanding. But Wiliam James would be, I believe, happy to see that here at MSPP we are inviting as diverse as possible a community of people to come here to study and to work, that we are creating centers in various parts of our organization to reach out to the public, in particular to underserved and disenfranchised people. And I believe that he would be quite proud to see that even within our own halls, we have a plurality, a multiplicity of points of view and perspectives. This is not a school where people come to learn a particular way of being a psychologist. This is where people come to get a broad training and exposure to many different points of view. He said it's not enough for us to simply sit in our academic offices and think beautiful thoughts. Our beautiful thoughts and our ideals need to be translated into action. We do that here at MSPP, and there's plenty of evidence for that. For Wiliam James, not only was experience itself the fundamental unit of interest in psychology, experience was also something in his view that we could never have enough of. And in fact, he thought we could never arrive at a final truth about anything until we had exhausted the possible points of view. Here at MSPP, we encourage all of our students to get a broad array of training experiences. And in fact, we discourage them from trying to get too much of the same thing. Wiliam James would be proud of that we are encouraging and actually requiring our students to look at the world in ways that are new and different from the ways that they've always done. If I were a young person looking for a place to come to study psychology, and I had to tell my parents why I wanted to come to Wiliam James College, I think this is what I would say. This is a place that is interested not only in educating me intellectually, this is an institution which is also devoted to social responsibility, to doing the right thing in the world. It's an institution that is devoted to honoring a broad diversity of ways of knowing. It's also a school that is holding dear the idea that learning happens not just in the classroom, but also in the field. They've named the school Wiliam James. And from what I've learned about Wiliam James, it's entirely consistent with what he stood for.